In a small village surrounded by lush greenery and simple homes, there lived a boy named Aditya. He was intelligent, ambitious, and harbored dreams that extended beyond the borders of his little village. Aditya wanted to become an engineer and build something meaningful to improve the lives of those around him. However, there was a significant obstacle in his path. His family was poor, and his father, a humble farmer, struggled to make ends meet. One evening, as Aditya sat under the starry sky, he shared his dream with his father. But his father shook his head with sadness and said, "Son, I wish I could give you the life you deserve, but we don't have the money to send you to the city for your education." Hearing this, Aditya's heart sank. He had always believed in the transformative power of hard work, but now faced despair, feeling trapped by circumstances beyond his control. Life, however, had even more significant challenges in store. One day, a massive storm hit the village, destroying the crops and flooding fields. Aditya's family lost everything. Their only source of income vanished overnight. Sitting alone that night, with tears welling up in his eyes, he prayed for help. The very next day, a government officer visited the village, announcing a scholarship program for poor students, allowing them to receive free education in the city. Aditya's heart pounded with excitement. This was his one chance, his golden opportunity. Without hesitation, he applied for the scholarship. But the journey wasn't easy. The exam was tough, the competition fierce, and doubts crept into his mind. Yet, something inside him refused to give up. He worked harder than ever, pouring his heart into his studies. And then, the miracle happened. He passed. With a heart full of gratitude, Aditya left his village to start his new life in the city. However, city life proved far from easy. Some nights, he had no money for food and went to bed hungry. His classmates, who came from wealthy families, mocked him for being poor. The pressure of studies and loneliness pushed him to his limits. There were moments when he felt like giving up, but each time he reminded himself, God didn't bring me this far just to leave me now. One day, the college announced a writing competition on the topic, "What is your greatest inspiration?" Aditya knew exactly what to write about, his life. He poured his heart into the pages, detailing his struggles and the faith that gave him strength. When the judges read his story, they were moved to tears. Aditya won first place, and his story was published in newspapers. Suddenly, people started recognizing him, professors, business leaders, and even top companies. That's when another miracle happened. He was offered an internship at a prestigious engineering firm. Years later, Aditya achieved what once seemed impossible. He became the first engineer from his village. Instead of keeping his success to himself, he gave back. He built schools to provide education to other children. He constructed hospitals so no one in his village would suffer from lack of medical care. He helped families like his own rise above poverty. One day, as he stood in front of the school he built, teaching young children, he looked up at the sky and whispered, "God, your plan was truly amazing. Thank you for showing me the way." Aditya's story teaches us something profound. God always has a plan. When life takes something away, it's because something better is coming. When doors close, it's because new doors are about to open. Every struggle, every challenge is preparing you for something greater. So if you're going through a tough time, don't lose faith. Don't give up, because one day you'll look back and say, "Now I understand why everything happened the way it did."